Another thing that you came up with was the remix with Garnet Silk. I'll give you everything I got.
Penthouse records.
Okay. What was it like now to actually be able to do a remix of that song there with your native Garnet Silk from your area, boss? What was that like now?
But me tell you now, I was telling someone yesterday that I remember vivid in my grandmother's house, because my grandmother used to play the radio. Because every time you come check, we have some deep conversations, some deep thoughts, you know.
Of course.
When I was growing up, I used to live with my grandmother, you know what I mean? Probably around 7 of us sleeping on one bed. You pull a curtain, and my grandmother went to her bed with grandpa, you know what I mean? So you could hear Papa snore. You know what I mean? That's how I grew up in Manchester. So now, my grandmother, she used to play the radio all night because she don't want to miss the horoscope in the morning at 6 o'clock. Because the horoscope is what wake her up. You know what I mean? Like, she'll get up, she'll program to listen to the horoscope every morning. For some reason, my grandmother believes that the horoscope is the guide to her day. You know what I mean? She can't tell her what is going to happen today anyway.
Yeah.
So all night, you have to listen to the radio. So they would play a gospel, and at 12 o'clock in the night, they would used to play the national anthem of Jamaica, and then they go right down. So I remember, I don't know what wake me up that morning, around 1 o'clock. And I heard on the radio, they said that Garnet Silk passed away. I was probably around 13, 14 years old. But I don't know, all of my siblings and my cousins, they were dead asleep. But I remember, it just come like just wake me up for a reason, for I hear it on the radio as a kid. And I remember listening it on the radio, and they must say them don't show. I remember at one point, they must say they don't even show if it's him or his brother in the fire. You know what I mean? I remember listening to the whole story, and I couldn't drop back asleep. Like, I was up all night listening to this on the radio. I remember when Shabba Ranks called in, and I said, "That's how we singer. Oh, we good singer, the Archangel." You know what I mean? Like, remember these things as a kid, at 13 years old.
Mind.
Like, it just in my brain. Like, me I say, no, man, I listen on the radio. I remember next morning, I went out on the street, as I look at you, 13, I believe, and I see all of the big man in my ear. I said, so, everybody were in mourning, you know what I mean? Because I remember the first Garnet Silk EP I saw, there was a sound system in my community. The man went to me and him bringing the LP with Garnet, lean up like so with him, and I met with the Mesh Marina. It's growing, I believe.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Bro.
So,
yes.
Bro, so I cannot forget that night, you know what I mean? As a kid, that's why I said I don't know. A 13-year-old kid would be fast asleep at his bed, you know what I mean? But Jah wake me up that morning, make me hear that Garnet has passed away, you know what I mean? So, just to be on a penthouse label with a remix with Garnet Silk song, it's you can't imagine, you know what I mean?
That's full circle. Because remember how many things had happened in your life.
Yeah,
but for you to remember that sticking in your mind,
exactly,
and fast forward to that song,
good,
boss,
good. And I remember that yellow penthouse record. You know what I mean? Put it on and you put on the needle on it. So just to see my name on that record, you know what I mean? It was amazing.
Yeah.
So big up again, Penthouse, Donovan Jermaine. Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusica.com.